Hello, SRF Ninja here from soreelflix.com. It's that time in the month again where I share everything that I got within that month. The month will be August. I got quite a few things, a lot of review stuff, so let's get straight down into it. I got one DVD. Let's check it out. First up is called The Neon Dead from Wild Eyes. It's an okay movie. It's got great visuals and decent effects. I like the effects. They use a decent amount of computer stuff. It's a super low budget film, but you can check out my review right here. Give that guy a click and see what I really think about it. It's an okay film. Next up, from Cult Epics. It's kind of a 30-minute kind of movie, I guess. It's not really a movie. It's just 3 short stories. It's called Sin. It has 3 short stories. Actually involve porn stars. It's shot on Super 8 film, like, I think a couple years ago, but it's in black and white, no sound, so it looks like it's shot in like 1913 or something like that. I think the second one, or the second story gets pretty graphic into porn visuals, let's just say. But overall, it's okay. It's a lot of money for this guy, but hey, if you're interested, go ahead and give it a shot. You can check out my review right here. Also, the next thing I want to share with you, I did a combined review, so. The next thing is The Exotic Dances of Bettie Page. It's called Epics again. I did a combined review with Sin. You can check it out right here. And this is, I don't know what to tell you, it's just short clips, like a minute, 2-minute clips all combined, a bunch of them into a 30-minute piece of just Bettie Page dancing. That's all it really is. I mean, what can I say? It's not really something that you'll really watch, I guess. I don't know, but I can see someone using this at a Bettie Page party or something if they're celebrating her and they have it on in the background. It's just her dancing and stuff, but that's all it really is, so I don't know. If you're a Bettie Page fan, check it out. Alright, next up, from the same company, but a different distributor, a different name, I guess. It's called Real Gore Releasins. It's called From Real Gore Releasins Masks. This film's a decent film. You can check out my review right here. It's not great, but it still has its thing. It's kind of a newly shot movie, but it makes it look like it's from the 70s, I would guess. And it's pays tribute to like old Italian films, I think. But overall, I thought it was a decent film. It's got a lot of gore in it, a little bit of nudity. Again, check out my review, see what I really think about it. Next up, I'm gonna show you both of these guys. I got from Mill Creek Entertainment. I got two packs, a 2-pack, a 2-pack. These are Hammer Films double feature monster horror films. See these guys? Boom. You can check out my review right here. I did a combined review for all 4 of these guys. Overall, they are decent movies. I think my favorite of the bunch would be, what would I think? Man, it is hard to say. Maybe the 2 Faces of Jackal or The Curse of the Mummies? No. Revenge of Frankenstein? I don't know. Anyways, they're all decent films. I think the lowest I gave one of the films was like 3. Most of them are 3.5 out of 5s. But anyways, the picture quality is decent, except for one film is kind of low quality, but overall it's decent. Give them a shot. They're very cheap, only like $7.99 for both, but decent. If you like old monster horror films, give it a shot. Next up from Arrow Video, it is Dead End Drive-In. Boom. It's got cool looking artwork. Look at that guy. Overall, the movie is pretty cool. I like it. It's definitely like a Mad Max style type of film. You can check out my review right here. I get it in good detail in it. But overall, I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 or a 3.5 out of 5. I thought it was a cool movie. Give it a shot, especially if you're an Arrow Video collector. You gotta pick it up. Next up, probably my favorite out of the bunch, out of all the reviews I've done this month, is from Mugo USA, The Wallin. It's a horror film that deals with like zombies and demons, and the story's pretty long, so like 2 hours and a half or something like that. But overall, I thought it was a really good movie. I actually gave this a 5 out of 5. You gotta check out my review right here. Give it a shot. Some people don't like it, some people hate the ending, but I highly enjoy it because it's a big mystery movie. Horror mystery, I would say. It's got decent gore, and still at the end, even though some of the stuff is thrown in your face that what happened, you're still like left with maybe that didn't really happen. It could have been something else. That type of storyline is pretty good. Give it a shot. Pick it up. Belongs in the collection. Alright, that's everything that I reviewed. Let's get straight down into the other stuff. And first up, I got The Indian in the Cover. It came out, I guess, a couple months ago, and I finally decided to pick it up because it was pretty cheap. Anyways, it's a cool movie. I highly enjoyed it. I don't think I've ever watched this as a kid. You would think I would have, but I didn't, and I highly enjoyed it. It's a pretty good movie. Check it out. It's on Blu-ray. If you didn't know and you like that movie, go pick it up. Next up, it is called The Iron Giant. I had to pick this up because all the crazy reviews. It's like thousands of reviews, and it's still like a 4.5 out of 5 on Amazon. It's pretty crazy, so I was like, hey, let's give it a shot. And I did. I highly enjoyed it. It's like a cartoon sort of deal, animation, and you gotta pick this up. It's pretty good, and I got it for pretty cheap. And if you're really hardcore into this film, there's a special edition, but it's like $80, but it comes with a big box. I don't know what's in it, but give it a shot. Gotta have it. Next up, had to pick it up because I was dying to see it because it's been a very, very long time, and it was only like $4. So hey, The Crow. Had to pick this up because I had to, build up my Brandon Lee movie collection, even though there's not that many Brandon Lee movies out there because he died at a very early age. But The Crow, it's like one of his best movies. You gotta pick this up if you're a Brandon Lee fan. If you don't know who he is, it's Bruce Lee's son. And if you don't know who any of those guys are because you're so young, hey, there's the internet. You're on it right now. Go look it up. Pick up this film. It's a good movie. Very gothic-like. It's like it's kind of a superhero movie, but not. Next up, had to pick this up because it's a Western and it stars two guys that I like collecting. James Stewart and John Wayne. Boom. I went in thinking this was like a John Wayne film, but it's definitely a hardcore James Stewart film. Gotta pick this up if you're into both of these guys or in just one of them. It's a really good movie. I highly enjoyed it. I'm glad I picked it up. It got pretty cheap. It was like $6, so I had to pick it up. Very good movie. I recommend it if you're into westerns and you like those two actors. Next up, a movie I picked up along with the Indian in the cover because it was like a buy 3 for, I don't know, $10 or something. Buy 3 for 10 on BestBuy.com, and Mechanic was one of them. Mechanic. Jason Statham. I heard the second one wasn't that great. I got this because the second one was coming out, and it was my second time watching this, and I enjoyed it. It was a pretty good film. Not great, but still great action. If you're a Jason Statham fan, pick it up. Next up, had to pick this up again. It was part of the 3 for 10, or I think it was the 3 for 15. That's what it was. 3 for 15 deal. And this is the second one. It was a 2-pack, not Tupac. 2-pack. Stars Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. I had to pick this up because it's something I've been wanting to get for a long, long time. It's Bad Boys 1 and 2. Finally can pick this up because it was always like $25. And finally, I pick it up for at a price of like $5. So they look really great on Blu-ray. And of course, they're making the third one. So I had to get this, and I enjoyed both movies. Next up, finally a film that came down in price. Couldn't believe it. Been a long time since I bought a Scream Factory film. Cherry Falls. They're always like $18, $20, $25, $30. And I was like, I never can buy them at that price. So finally, this guy came down to like $12.99. Picked it up. And Brittany Murphy. I got it because Brittany Murphy's in it, and I've never seen this before. Jay Moore's in it. It's a pretty good film. The ending is kind of weird. It's kind of out there. Kind of makes no sense, really. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of a bad ending. But overall, it's a decent film. I enjoy it. I enjoyed looking at a young Brittany Murphy in this. Pretty hot looking in this guy. Gotta pick it up. Next up, some more horror. Sinister 2. Had to pick this up because I have Sinister 1. I enjoy it. It's not as good as Sinister 1. Not a lot of scary moments. The story's okay, but overall, it's a decent film. If you have, horror collections with like The Conjuring, Sinister, and all the other stuff that on this kind of level of horror movies, gotta pick it up, put it in your collection. And it finally came down in price. That's why I picked it up. It was only like $5. I'm glad I picked it up to have it in my collection. And the movie I had to really have was The Conjuring 2. Not as good as the first one. Not as scary as the first one, but it's more crazier than the first one in some sort of way with the evil people, like especially that jack-in-the-box or whatever creature it was. I forgot what they call them, but like an animated sort of thing. But anyways, it's a pretty cool movie. It's spooky, but not as scary, like I said. And you gotta have it in your collection if you like the first one. Alright guys, we're getting down into the Steelbooks. First up, Now You See Me 2. It's an okay movie, not as great as the first one, just like The Conjuring 2, but Conjuring 2 is way better than this movie, of course, but it's an okay movie. I had to pick it up because I never seen it as a blind buy, and I enjoyed the first one. And plus, it's on Steelbook. Steelbook is pretty cool. It's like a playing card. The inside artwork is kind of minimal. You probably can't see it. It's like gray on gray sort of deal. Overall, it's a decent movie. I would say give it a rent, but if you're a Steelbook collector, if you can still find it, pick it up. Next up is a movie I was iffy about. I didn't know if I was going to buy it because the reviews or whatnot, but I'm glad I did because I did enjoy it. It's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Boom, I picked it up on Steelbook, and of course it's a little bit higher than your normal $20 movie. It's like $2 price gouge on it, Best Buy. But I picked it up anyway because I wanted to watch it, and in order for me to pick this movie up, I had to have it in like some sort of collectible, so that's what I did. Got it in this collectible case, and I actually like it because it's embossing on it. I wish this was embossed and debossed or whatever, but it's just the title. Overall, the artwork is pretty cool. The film's actually pretty good, but maybe a little bit better than the first, but again, it's not as good as the first Ninja Turtles from back in the day. I'll tell you that right now, but hey, still a cool movie. If you enjoyed the first one, and if you're iffy about getting that one, go rent it, at least. Next up, again, it's another movie. I wasn't sure if I was going to pick it up, but I'm glad I did, because I did enjoy it. It gets very big mixed reviews, but thankfully, China and everybody else, they flocked to the movie theater, and it's got a decent following to it. And hopefully they make another one, one because the way they end it, supposed to have another one. But anyways, it's this guy. You don't know what that is, does it? Because it doesn't say. It's called Warcraft. It's a pretty cool movie. It's got good action. I didn't think the CGI from looking at the trailers was going to be that great, but it actually was pretty decent. It's pretty good. And I actually enjoyed this. I would actually give it a 3.5 out of 5. Of course, it has its plot holes. It's a little long and whatnot, but I enjoyed it. And what I really like since I bought this Steelbook is the artwork is actually really cool. It's embossed and debossed, so I really enjoyed it. It's kind of on a similar level as the Now You See Me thing with the border, but pretty cool. Let's look at the inside. And it's got inside artwork as well. Yeah, and if you're iffy about the movie like I am, go rent it. Give it a shot. Next up is a movie I definitely had to have because it was one of my favorites of the year. And of course, there's going to be big backlash back and forth between Marvel and DC. And some people will shit on this, and some people say it's the best movie ever. But me, I thought it was one of the best movies, not the best of 2016, Civil War. Of course, I've seen this in the movie theater. I highly enjoyed it. And again, I enjoyed it again while watching for the second view. And I highly enjoyed this artwork. Look at this guy. Awesome. It's debossed and embossed and whatever you want to call it. Great artwork on this guy. Very happy I picked this up. And it comes with Blu-ray and Blu-ray 3D, which I don't have a 3D player anyway, and I don't really care because I'm not a big fan of 3D. Anyways, awesome movie. Gotta have this, and you probably can't find the Steelbook anymore, but it's pretty cool. And again, paid a lot of money for this guy. It was like 30 bucks. It's like a nice little price gouge again, but I got it for free since I used my Best Buy points, so I'm happy. It probably sell for like 100 maybe. Who knows? I don't really care, but I'm glad to have this collectible in my collection next to the other Steelbook, Marvel Steelbooks I got. Alright guys, that's it for the month. And it's been a long time since I picked up that many movies. And partially that's thanks to all the movies that I was given the review. But I did buy a lot. Alright guys, thanks for reviewing. Come back again next time in October. Hopefully I have more horror movies to share with you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out all the links below if you didn't have your annotations on. I have all the reviews down below as well. Don't forget to check out the social media. Don't forget to like, follow, because I do giveaways sometimes. You don't want to miss that. Alright guys, come back again. Ninja out.